Hey, what's going on? Back with another Sneaker Shop Talk performance review, and today's shoe is the Adidas DRose 4.5. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Now, as always, like I said, I start with the inner. And for those of you who've seen my video, you're probably tired of me saying this ad nauseum, but we always have new people to the channel who may wonder why I choose to start with this, so I'll just break it down real quick. It doesn't matter if every other area of the shoe in terms of performance is great. If the shoe is uncomfortable to wear from something in the inner, you're not going to wear the shoe, so it doesn't matter. So the inner is actually a very vital area, and most athletic companies have realized this, and they have made great strides in inner comfort. Now, starting with the inner of this shoe, first of all, you've got a geo-fit collar here. It's like a foam collar here that really aids with fit around the top of the collar here. And I'll get more into that on the fit area. But aside from that, there aren't any areas within the shoe that cause you any type of issues from creating hot spots or raised seams or chafing or anything to that effect. So inner comfort on this shoe is very good. Alright, getting down to the outsole here, as you can see, you've got the multi-directional crazy quick system here, which you've got multi-directional herringbone, and it covers you in all directions. Now, the net result of this is coverage from a traction perspective in all directions, whether you're going front to back, side to side, wherever. This has coverage from tip to heel, and even right out of the box, the DRose 4.5 provided very good traction. And it was funny because the courts that I play are normally really well kept, but they've kind of degraded a little bit, and they've gotten kind of dusty. And even in spite of that, it provided really good traction, even on less than immaculate floors. The rubber, I'm trying to be as quick as I can, as you can see, is kind of is somewhat stiff, but it's still kind of flexible, so it does grip the floor. You may be able to get some outdoor wear, though it wouldn't be my first choice from an outdoor standpoint. But the traction from this shoe is very good in whatever direction you need. If you're quick, cutting, moving, doing things of that nature, is going to hold you in place where you need to be. Now, the cushioning is provided via a compressed molded EVA midsole with the adiprene insert here, which I was kind of unsure about how I would actually like it, but I'm actually impressed. It does do a good job, and it doesn't feel that bad either. It does give you a pretty good ride. It's not quite the most responsive thing. There is some, but overall it really feels good. I was actually very, very impressed with the implementation of the EVA foam in the DRose 4.5. It feels very good. They really did a good job. I know they've been doing some things with the foams that they've been using. So they've really gotten better, and they continue to refine that process in the DRose 4.5. The whole setup works together to provide a very, very good cushioned ride on the court. The fit on the DRose 4.5, in a word, is outstanding. From the moment you put your foot inside the shoe, it's going nowhere, be it front to back or side to side. And started the Geo Fit collar here, which I kind of touched on a little bit earlier. It really helps when you put your foot in here to lock this area of the heel down in place. And it doesn't go anywhere once you put your foot in. There's no heel slip whatsoever. Additionally, there's no front to back movement. Once you lace this shoe up, your foot doesn't go anywhere. I didn't experience any front to back movement of any type within this shoe. The fit was just really, really good. Flexibility, I just go ahead and describe that because that is part of it. I know of some of the other shoes that have had sprint web and sprint frame. One shoe that comes to mind is the Crazy Light 2. The shoe starts off very, very stiff. With this, the sprint skin, and even the sprint frame, it flexes very well, even right out of the box, as you can see, and it really works with your foot to kind of get out of the way. It holds your foot in place, and it does so without getting in the way, without you noticing, which is what you want in a basketball shoe. Because if you're thinking about what your shoe's not doing, then that's taken away from what you need to do on the court. And the DRose 4.5, it locks your foot in place totally from front to back. If you're a quick point guard or someone who's moving and cutting a lot, this is a shoe you definitely want to take a look at because it's going to keep your foot nailed in place inside the shoe where it needs to be. The materials and build quality on this shoe is actually very good. It holds up very well to wear. As you can see, the amount of time that I have spent in this shoe, and right now I don't tiptoe around the perimeter, but as you can see, it holds up very, very well. The materials are tough, particularly the external heel counter here holds up very well to where you've only got a couple. I don't even know if they'll show up a little scuff mark here. We've got a little damage right there. The midsole here, as I touched on earlier, is injection molded, which means no painting on midsoles. So the material, as you can see, there's some major league compression going on here, and it doesn't flake off. There's no paint, it doesn't crack or anything like that. The upper is well put together, and it can stand up to a real beating. So this is a shoe that can definitely get you through a season with no problem. They really hold up to wear well. They're fairly breathable, which I didn't touch on, so I'll just touch on it real quick. There is some breathability aspect here on the medial side. You've got some mesh here, and the tongue is fairly thin. So it is a breathable, lightweight shoe that holds up very well to wear. So if you do find these, they will definitely get you through a season, and you can probably find them outlets, things of that nature for a really. In closing, the DRose 4.5 is a lightweight, well-cushioned performance machine. It fits great. The cushioning is great. The traction is amazing. It locks your foot in place. It's very light, and it feels good on your feet. It's a shoe that holds up well to wear, and I would definitely recommend it for super quick guards who are on the move, people who do a lot of cutting, be it on the offense or the defensive end. You're really going to like this shoe. Big guys, there's some better options out there for you. If you may need something that's a little more substantial from the midsole, but for those type of quick, active players, the DRose 4.5 is definitely a shoe that you want to take a look at, and I definitely recommend it. Thanks everyone for watching. This is another Sneaker Shop Talk performance review.